Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about Shu-Ha-Ri for sales. Za eigyo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 7th year of the Sales Japan series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaeigo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Plus, stop wasting money on training in Japanese, training de okane o muda ni suru no wa yamimashou, and these are all available now on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and even better, thrive in business. 1, sell more, do it more easily. 2, exceed your targets, in fact, blow up your targets. 3, make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Touches in no Oshie show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 317. And today we are talking about the Japanese concept of Shu-Ha-Ri for sales. The Japanese idea of Shu-Ha-Ri is a combination of 3 characters. Shu is to protect the traditional techniques, the basics, the fundamentals. Ha is to detach and break away from the tradition, to innovate and depart from our attachments to what we are doing. Ri is to transcend to a level where there is no self-consciousness of what we are doing. We make it our own because we've absorbed it all and it is now part of us. We have this same notion in the West, but I don't think we've come up with 3 words to describe it as the Japanese have done. In sales, we can see the process at work. When we get sales training, there are so many moving parts, so much sophistication and subtlety. It can be a bit overwhelming at first. We have to make sure we know our USPs, our unique selling propositions, to differentiate ourselves from the great unwashed who represent our competitors. We need to know how to build the trust needed with the buyer. How do we open the conversation? How do we bridge from one conversation to the next? How do we set the agenda for the meeting? How do we handle the questioning discovery component? Deal with the pushback and ask for the order? There are a lot of elements in a sales process. Clients are not helpful in this process. They will try and drag the conversation all over the place, away from our well-plotted little sales track. In the process, at the end of the sales call, we realize, we didn't get certain key information. And we have to go back and get it, which is both a waste of time for everyone and rather embarrassing. We also realized that our questions were too perfunctory and too superficial and didn't yield any of the gold we need to convince this buyer, this client, that urgent action is needed on their part to buy our offering. In the Shu stage, we have to memorize the steps we need in the sales process and keep moving along the continuum to make sure we get to a deal at the other end. As we get more sales calls done, our sales talk improves, and we also begin to realize we can handle sales talks for a variety of buyers with their different personality styles and their different needs. At a certain point, we are comfortable with the process and we enter the Ha stage, where we are looking for improvements and innovations because the sales world is super competitive. We may start experimenting with new approaches to clients to see if we can increase our sales ratio, or if we can speed up the deal flow process. We might start adding in techniques we have studied from sales gurus, which are for more advanced salespeople. There are so many variables in the sales process. It means the opportunity for innovation is almost unlimited. This whole frame only works for those salespeople who are trained. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is being brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs as well as doing them both in Japanese and English. On the 30th of November and again a separate program on the 7th of December, we're running our Dale Carnegie course. It's a flagship program. It's been going for, how long now? Probably been going for nearly 100 years, this program. You have to wonder, how could a program that's been going for 100 years still be relevant in today's society? I think it's even more relevant today because it really works on our people skills. And I think, we're all becoming less and less skilled in that area. It works on our communication skills. I think our communication skills are not getting better. It works on our leadership skills. Well, that's something we always need to keep working on. Every generation changes, business changes, complexity of things change. We need always to have improved leadership skills. Stress management, are we going to get less stress going forward? I doubt it. We need to learn how to deal with that. And also, how do we expand our comfort zone? How do we grow? Well, that doesn't go away. That never gets old. We always need to be doing that. On the 12th of the 12th, on the 12th of December, we're doing our Leadership Training for Managers program. Great program. Performance reviews, running the meetings, handling mistakes, doing delegation, working out planning, getting innovation, all of the real nuts and bolts of leadership, the most practical things you'll ever need in leadership, communication, coaching. It's got the works. Really, really good program. That's going to be on the 12th of the 12th. Go to our website at japan-dalecarnegie.co.jp. That is japan-dalecarnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo. This is the Bible for selling in Japan. Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muda ni Sunu wa Yamemashou. And all are available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan. It comes out every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. And on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on the topic of leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. The untrained don't have a solid base of which to work and to elevate through innovation. They are doing idiosyncratic sales, which they have cobbled together through a process of trial and error. Of course, we can all do it this way, except that it is very wasteful of good opportunities and it takes a lot longer to become excellent in sales. Trained salespeople benefit from a broader perspective available to them to start innovating and trialing new approaches off an established base of techniques which already work. In the Ri stage, we don't even feel there are stages anymore. The whole sales process becomes a smooth and seamless flow from one aspect to another as we move clients along the railway track to an agreement to buy. When we get pushback, such as "your price is too high," we don't even blink. We're not having any mental conversation with ourselves about how we should deal with this objection because we're already dealing with it without any conscious thought. It is as if our sales reflexes just kick in automatically, and all the while we are relaxed and confident, and these feelings are being flooded to the buyer. When 100 people have told you your price is too high, you are not fazed at all. When you are trained, you have a process for handling these types of objections, and you just unleash the system on the buyer, and it does all the work. This doesn't mean we become too relaxed and arrogant about our sales skills. Naturally, every buyer and every situation is different, and we need to taper our remarks accordingly. So, where would you locate yourself on this Shu-Ha-Ri journey in sales? One thing we cannot do is let the grass grow under our feet and believe we've plenty of time to move through these 3 stages. Sales is unforgiving, and it is in a constant makeover. We need to always be out in front, or we will be left behind. Business moves at the pace of sales being made. So, the pressure to speed up that process is immense. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. Bucks, dough, moolah, coin, dosh, lolly, ready, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.